Casio claims they have sold over 100 million G-Shock watches so far. In 2019, Casio revealed its top-selling models, and taking the throne was the GA100. The model that sure improved the G-Shock status at the time, and that was 2010. Fast forward 10 years, and we have got the GA110 successor, the metallic version, available in 3 color variations. Hi and welcome to my new video, where I'll be reviewing the Gshock GM110, the new release in 2020. The bezel is crafted with metal material. Minute protrusions on the inner case can reduce surface contact with the bezel to cushion shocks to the module, undergoing about 20 forging processes, as well as cutting and polishing. The bezel is precisely crafted from a highly uneven molding to a back surface shape that determines the precision of its assembly. Circular and radial hairline finishes are applied to the raised and low portions of the bezel. The slanted surface is polished to a mirror glass finish. Glass fibers are incorporated into the resin for the increased strength. The material is resistant to breakage and bending, protects the module from external shock. The GM110 actually has a smaller height and width than the GA100, but weighs more at 93 grams. Another difference is that the GM110 has analog hands with a Neobrite luminous coating on the tips. High-intensity LED brings up the watch face with high-intensity light, maintaining watch readability at the dark, although I must say not good. The GM110 also has a textured resin band that has a more premium look and feel. Some functions notably are different than the GA110, such as 2 more time zones, 31 total for world time, 1/100th of a second stopwatch, 1000 hours total with a split time, no auto repeat for the 24-hour countdown timer, and an approximate 3-year battery life, versus the 2 the GA110 provided. Now let's go to the basic watch functions. This watch has a screw-down rotatable menu with the modes, so pressing the mode button you can shuffle between the modes. By pressing the mode button, first one is the stopwatch, then we come to the timer, world time, alarm mode, and higher pitch of the sound gets us to the standard timekeeping. Also, there is the possibility to switch between the date, the lower digital display or the representation of it. So currently you have it showing the date and the seconds on the upper part of the screen. The seconds are shown over here, are counting over here. Let me zoom it, and by pressing the adjust button over here, you can shuffle between the time representation over here, so it matches the analog time and the date. And over here on the screen you have the mute and the LT. LT stands for auto illumination, and the mute is this part of the screen is illuminated or filled when the mute option is turned on. Also, it's the same thing for the auto illumination. On the left side you have the stopwatch mode hand, I would say. It counts seconds when you activate the stopwatch mode. Over here you have your date is grabbed in English, and on the upper screen you have your seconds counting. Basically that would be all for this review and functions part of the video. Welcome to the tutorial part of this video, and I'm gonna start off with setting the time and date. How to set the time and date on the GM110? Well, it's done like this. In the standard timekeeping mode, press and hold the adjust button until set appears, and then it stops. So when the Tokyo appears on the upper screen, let me show that again to you, you can stop. So press and hold the adjust button and then release after hearing the beep. First in a row of time settings is the city code. As you can see, currently it's set to Tokyo, but you can use the reverse and the forward button over here to shuffle or rotate the time zones. By pressing the upper right button, I'm going around the circle, or the lower button, I'm going around the circle with the cities. Each city represents the time zone. I'm gonna find my time zone, and that is the Paris. Madrid, Paris, and there it is. Once I found my time zone, I can switch to the another setting, and that's done by pressing the mode button over here. And when I press the mode button, you can see the off is blinking. I'm gonna find the screen for you to better see it, and I believe you can read this one better than this one. So currently it's blinking off at the upper screen, and that is the daylight saving time option. How to turn it on or off? By pressing the forward button over here. I'm switching between on or off, so currently on my time zone, daylight saving time is on. By pressing the mode button, I go to 12 or 24-hour time format, and you can see it's blinking over there. By pressing the mode button, I'm switching to 24-hour time format. Again, by pressing the mode button, I go to the setting the seconds value, and that's over here, and you can see it blinking. But I cannot set the exact value of seconds. Only thing I can do is reset the value using the forward button. Next press of the mode button gets us to setting the hour value, and you can increase or decrease the value of the hours by pressing the forward or release button. But currently in my time zone it's 23 o'clock, and there's no need for me to switch or increase or decrease the value of hours. Next press of the mode button gets us to minute value, and that is the procedure is exactly the same. Pressing the forward or reverse button, it will increase or decrease the value of seconds. Next press gets us to setting the year, and you can see the upper screen is blinking. That means that I can set the value of year. A procedure is the same. Pressing the reverse or forward button, you can increase or decrease the value of year. Next press, setting the month. It's September 9th month of the year, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Next press of the mode button switches us to setting the day value. Day value, increase or decrease, again the same. Next press of the mode button gets us to button operation tone. Now the key that's written on the upper digital display means that the button operation tone is on, but I can switch it off, and when I switch it off, you can see that the mute section over here on this small digital screen is lit up, and when I press it again, it will turn off, and the key will be written on the upper digital display. Next press is the illumination duration of the light, and you can toggle between the 1.5 seconds, and that the 1 stands for 1.5 seconds, and number 3, which stands for 3 seconds, and that is refers to the how much will this LED over here light up when I press the illumination button. Next press of the mode button gets us back to the beginning of the settings that we currently ran through, and once you're done with all of your settings and you have set your watch to the parameters you want, simply pressing the adjust button will apply all those settings, and the analog hands will correspond to the digital display. So currently it's 23:58 or almost 12 at midnight, and let's see if the hands will align, and yes, they align. And with that, setting the time and date and setting all the values of this watch is done. Another cool option on this watch is the auto light switch, and that refers to the illumination of your watch face when you flick your wrist. So to turn that option on, you have to press the hold button, press and hold the light button for at least, I believe it's 5 seconds, but when you press it and hold it, you will have the this part of the screen illuminated over here, so that it means that the auto light is turned on. So every time you flick your wrist, the watch will automatically turn off the LED, and there it is. Another thing I want to say, or help you with the settings of the watch when you do those settings. So for example, if you have to rotate the watch hands significantly, you don't have to press each and every time. You can use the fast forward or fast hand moving, and simply by when in position of setting the watch hands, so using the upper and lower button when you want to let's say shuffle the hour value, you can simply press this button and hold it, and the hands will start auto rotation or fast rotation of the hands. So simply pressing the button again will stop the hands. And that is a cool option when you're setting your or aligning your watch hands to the 12 o'clock or when they are off. But you'll see that later in the video. How to use the stopwatch on this watch? Well, from the standard timekeeping mode, simply pressing the mode button once, the first in a row of settings is stopwatch, and previously for a short time you saw the STW written on this upper part of this screen, digital screen over here. Currently you have the array of zeros, so this over here is the stopwatch hand, and here you have the closer look of the stopwatch second hand, and that it measures the elapsed time in seconds. Over here you have the hours, so it measures the elapsed time in hours, and it can also show the SPL during the split time display. Over here you have the minutes, seconds, and 1/1000th of a second stopwatch. So the digital display range of stopwatch is 999 hours, 59 minutes, 59.99 seconds. The stopwatch continues to run until you stop it. If it reaches the above limit, it will restart to the measurement to the zero. The stopwatch will continue to measure the time even if you exit the stopwatch mode. So let's start with the elapsed time measurement. In the stopwatch mode, so we are in the stopwatch mode, pressing the forward button, it will engage the stopwatch. If you want to split your time, simply press the upper button and the split time will be displayed. Split cancel, same button, stop, and display time reset. So you saw the, let me start that again. You have the elapsed time, you have the seconds hand rotating, so you can see your value. Up on the upper screen you have the hour value. Pressing the mode button, pressing the forward button without resetting the display time will restart the elapsed time measurement from where it was last stopped. An ongoing elapsed time measurement operation continues even if you exit the stopwatch. And those would be the basics of the stopwatch mode. So let's stop it and reset the value. Pressing the mode button until you hear this higher pitch of the sound gets us to the standard timekeeping mode. Using the countdown timer mode, to enter the countdown timer mode from the calendar mode or the standard timekeeping mode, keep pressing the mode button until the countdown timer is indicated on the upper screen, and you have it over here. It says TMR, indicating that the countdown timer is turned on. Over here you have your start time values, that's the hour, minutes, and the seconds value over here. When the end of the countdown timer is reached, the alarm will sound for 10 seconds or until you stop it by pressing the countdown timer. How to operate the countdown timer? Well, simply by pressing the lower button, that's the forward button, the countdown will engage counting down. Pressing the forward button again will stop it, and adjust button will reset the value to its preset value. How to enter the correct or set the time you want to count down to your preferences? Well, that's done by pressing and holding the adjust button until the hold appears. And there it is, and we have it blinking over here. Now you have the ability to set the value of hours, and that's done by pressing the reverse or the forward button. And I will leave it at 0. Once you're done, simply pressing the mode button shuffles us to the setting of the minutes value, and procedure is same. Pressing these two buttons will increase or decrease the value of minutes to count down. And once you're done with that, simply pressing the adjust button will incorporate all those settings. And again, if you want to start your countdown timer, press this button, stop it, adjust to reset it. Pressing the mode button, higher pitch of the sound gets us to the standard timekeeping mode. Those will be the basics of the countdown timer mode. How to use the world time mode on the GM110? That's done like this. From the standard timekeeping mode, pressing the mode button until you see WT on the upper digital display, and you have it over here, and I hope the camera can catch it because this watch is using a negative display and having a hard time finding the correct angle. So when you are in the world time mode, you can see the display, the current time in one of the 48 cities or 31 time zones around the world, and you can shuffle between those cities by pressing the forward button. So the names of that city is indicated on the upper digital display. So you have London, Madrid, Paris, Rome, Berlin, Stockholm, Athens, Cairo, and so on. And basically when you are shifting those values, you have the time of the that city indicated over here. Procedure is very simple. You can use it to check the time in every time zone that this watch offers, and it has more time zones than the GA-110 or its successor. There's a cool option for you to swapping your home city and world time, and you can use this procedure to swap these two when you're a frequent traveler between the A and B. Let's say the B is Sydney and my calendar time or the standard timekeeping mode is Paris, as I have previously said it. So pressing the adjust and the reverse button in this mode, this will make the world time city you selected in step 1 your home city, and it will cause this your previous time we set, that's the Paris time zone, that was your primary, your secondary. So basically you will switch your world time mode and your home time. Basically, that's the end of this segment of the world time mode on this watch. Pressing the mode button to the higher pitch of the sound gets us to the standard timekeeping and returns us to the basic watch operations. How to use the alarm mode on this watch, the GM110. Pressing the mode button from the standard timekeeping mode until you see the ALM indicated on the upper screen over there briefly. Now you cannot see it exactly from the hour hand, but it stands the AL1. That indicates that this is the first alarm in the row of 4 alarms, 1 snooze alarm, and the signal hourly time signal. Now you can rotate between those 5 alarms by pressing the forward button. I think you can see now there's the 3, there's the 4, there's the snooze, and the hourly time signal. So let me get you through the procedure of how to set these alarms. Procedure is exactly the same for the 4 alarms, snooze alarm, and later on I'm going to show you how to set the hourly time signal. So let's say to alarm 2. To set the value for the alarms, simply pressing the adjust button and holding it until you hear the beep, you enter the settings of setting the alarm value. Now pressing the reverse and the forward button will increase or decrease the value of hours. Let's say I want to leave it at 0, and we have set the hours at 0. Pressing the mode button shuffles us to setting the minutes value, and pressing the reverse and the forward button will increase or decrease the value of minutes. Once you're done with your setting, Pressing the adjust button will automatically exit the settings and presumably turn on your alarm. Pressing the same button again will turn the alarm off, and now you see that there is no on over there. I'm finding it hard for you to get the angle correctly, but pressing the adjust button will turn alarm on or off. When it's on, it says it's on. When it's off, the on is turned off. So let's go to the next alarm. By pressing the forward button, you can set the snooze alarm over here. Exactly the same procedure. The hourly time signal is also set exactly by pressing and holding the adjust button. It will turn the alarm value on. And there it is. Now, once you're done with all of your settings and your alarms are set the way you want, pressing the mode button will return us to the standard timekeeping mode. Hand home position correction. The stopwatch hand and the hour hand and minute hands of the watch can be thrown off by exposure to a strong magnetism or impact. If this happens, you can correct the analog readings as required. Now, to enter the hand setting mode, you will use the adjust button. Now press and hold the adjust button until hand set appears. So press it, you don't release it, and the triple beep will indicate that we are in the hand setting mode. When the triple beep appears, or you hear the triple beep, just release the button. And currently we are in the procedure of setting the value for the seconds hand over here. That seconds hand is for the stopwatch mode. Now the correct position is this right here, when it's aligned at the 12 o'clock. But you can use the reverse or the forward button to shift it either left or right. So currently I'm pressing these two buttons so I can fix it. And currently I'm pretty satisfied with the position of my seconds hand. Once I'm done with the setting of my second hand, I will move to the hour and minute value. Pressing the mode button will indicate that I am in the procedure of setting my hour and minute hand position. Procedure is exactly the same. You can use the forward button to rotate it clockwise and the reverse button to rotate it clockwise. Now let's see if my position is correct. I would say this is the position. Once I'm done with all of the settings, I'm pressing the adjust button once, and this will cause the watch to return to the standard timekeeping, and it will continue to keep the time or show you the correct time, and the hands should align this correctly. So analog time corresponds to the digital time displayed on this watch. And with that, I'm through with this review and detailed tutorial. Please do leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more watch content. Thanks.